Hey guys, how's it going? TheHaggardNerd here, getting back into some Factorio. So last episode we got our base started, did the introduction, kind of got familiar with our surroundings. And in this episode, I really want to start working on, if I can, getting red science. That might be a little ambitious, but that is definitely the next thing we need to really focus on, the end game. We have some intermediate steps we need to take care of before we get there, but red science is definitely the main goal at this point. That and making sure we don't get our asses handed to us by the biters, which I don't think we have to worry about at the time. So we're gonna kind of hope and gamble that they're not gonna attack us just yet, because it's set the spawning rates for them to start very, very low. But as natural evolution, that mod kicks in, it's gonna get real fun real quick. All right, so one quick thing I want to do, I have a color picker mod here. I don't like this brown color, so I'm going to go with something a little more funky. I like blue. Is that good? Yeah, kind of a dark blue, but yeah, I like that. What about one more? Nope, that one's good. Okay, so yeah, now we're blue. It's great. It's absolutely great. Do we have any information here? I don't know what those are just yet. I know one's probably for YARM, which I believe is yet another resource monitor. I don't know. Anyway, enough rambling. Where are we at? Okay, so we have our copper and we have our iron currently. I keep forgetting about that reach thing. I will get used to that. Let's see here. We need to get some of our coal that we have currently being mined up over here. Little spike there. All right, 515 coal to start. It's good. It's good. I think what I'm going to do is, to start, I'm going to take half of this and put half of that in there and put the rest in my iron smelter. Alright, so we have that started now. So we have train stuff, we have some robots, we have a car. How are we doing on power? We're doing plenty good on power for now. What technologies do we have available to us? What is that? Brass axe. Interesting. Bob mining, apparently. I'm not familiar with. Some of these mods I'm not super familiar with. I just I messed with them earlier to make sure there weren't any conflicts that I could find, and made sure that a lot of it made sense and didn't overcomplicate things. I mean, Factorio is a pretty complicated game on its own, but yeah, I don't want to make it too crazy. I wasn't going to jump into, like, you know, the heavy duty Bob's mods or like the Angel's Ores stuff. That no, it's a bit further than I want to go with it. So I'm going to get some radar started here, so that way we have some eyes out and making sure that no biters are spawning next to us. I don't know how quickly they're going to spawn in, so let's go ahead and just put that there for now. What does that do? That gives us that box there. And so far so good. What is this? This thing, it doesn't have any fuel. It does not have any fuel. That has fuel. Well, I guess it's not using it. Is it at... Well, it's not fully at 100. You know what? Let's go ahead and just drop them all in there. I mean, I have them, why not, right? Get that built out and ready. There you go. Oh, right in front of me. Okay, let's get rid of these guys. Then those are burn surge. I'm going to continue with the burners just for now, because I don't. Well, I do have some regular ones, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. There we go. It's weird that doesn't have anything. Did it like run out? I guess it did. Oh well. Well, now we have plenty of heated water, I guess, going to our steam engine, our singular steam engine. Alright, so power is not going to be a problem for a while. I am going to go ahead and mark these for removal, just to get it started, because I will need to do that soon. Well, let's not kill our steam engine. One of the great things about this game, if you're not super familiar with it, later on, these robots, you can have logistics robots and construction robots, and you can have like thousands of robots flying all back and forth, supplying your base, depending on what you need. You know, Factorio always starts super slow, but then as you get into it, it becomes pretty amazing, pretty fantastic. I don't know why I'm focused on power. Power is not an issue at this point, so let's focus on doing what? Let's focus on connecting our power back. There we go. Okay. Any more of this that we may need? I think maybe start working on some basic smelting for my iron. Actually, I should probably go ahead and get some stone started. I mean, at least just getting something dug up and put into a box. I'm not necessarily focused on making walls just yet, or making bricks, but if I can at least have the stone ready, I can make more furnaces and stuff. So I believe my stone is here, and it's going to take a little bit to dig up. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Let's put drill down. And then probably just standard box. And I really only need about 4. Oh, I also have a larger stacks mod on here. So, yeah, I got all the mods. Alright, so we're doing good there. So we have this. What does it take to make some drills? We need... Oh, we have enough to make a few of those. So let's go ahead and make a few. And get this started. Where do I want to run my first smeltery? I think maybe in and down. I'm going to come in and then go down. I think I want to do a side-to-side base instead of an up-and-down base, but I'll get it started to come down in this area, and then we can expand down here. Our next... Oh, it's scanning around there? Okay. Our next... iron ore deposits are over here and over there, I believe. I don't think that's iron. So yeah, we'll put ourselves closer down here because we will eventually need more iron. Alright, let's start by making a couple of very small... maybe 3 each? That's a good start. That's terrible. I like my stuff to be all lined up and organized, but this is not that. Early Factorio is always what they call spaghetti factory. Everything just kind of goes everywhere until you get, you know, to the larger setups and everything. And then it starts making a little more sense. It can be a little more organized and stuff. So how far into there? Not too bad, not too bad. How am I doing on transport belt? Make 160 with my current, and I have stuff smelting, so I'm on the right track. Yeah, I got 100 whatever there, 111. All right, I could probably build out my smeltery right here, just a very early preliminary smeltery, maybe with say 10 of these guys. I start compact and then I build out. Well, I start, yeah, more dense, because this is absolutely not going to be my end result. And then later on, I kind of spread out and make room for the later on electric furnaces and stuff you can make. But for now, this will be perfectly fine. So yeah, these guys, they're only 2x2 tiles. The electric furnaces later on, they're 3x3, I believe. Alright, I am already realizing that I'm doing something bad here. So what I want to do is I want to have, excuse me, I want to have coal coming on one side and iron coming on the other. So I'm going to feed the iron ore into this one side of the belt and then see what I can do about getting some coal pulled over here. I mean, I could run it back and forth, but that'd be kind of against the whole purpose, against the whole point of Factorio. So let's start here, get a nice orderly line started. And yeah, I'm separating it out here. Eventually, I'll have drills on all this and it'll feed it out more properly, but right now I'm just getting the early game stuff started. Something I realized when I was making the previous episode is that I've spent a good number of hours playing this game, mostly in solitude. So it is a very interesting thing for me to kind of talk through what I'm doing, I guess. And so if there's ever points where I kind of go quiet for a moment, it's something I'm going to have to work on, because I tend to get lost in my own head, my own thoughts, trying to think through things and get organized. But it's something that I'm going to have to work on as I go, and I'll get better at it. Come on, there we go. Alright, so I want to feed this all to one place, just for now. Oops. Well, actually, don't need to go out that far with what I'm trying to do. And actually, Alright, so what I'm doing here, see, that perfect example. What I'm trying to do is I want to put a box here, and I want to have inserters just go ahead and put it in the box for me, but I want to put as many inserters on here as possible. So that way I can get as much iron plates as quickly as possible. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we have a supply of iron plates. Now the question is our drills feeding enough iron ore in here? And it looks like maybe we could do with another 2 drills. Oops. There, it's there, and then we probably connect it by this. That makes sense. So now that we have this going on, we no longer need all that, and good. I'm doing good on iron plates. So what I'm going to do, see how many of everything that I have. How am I doing on the? Okay, so I'm getting ahead of myself here. So what I'm going to do is make a blueprint. And that's why I like to have bots early, so that way I can start building bigger faster, instead of having to remake all that by hand. I can go ahead and just go up here and get this started. Now, how do I want to run this down? Probably out to the left and down. We gotta watch out for this oil deposit, because eventually I want to use that. Let's get rid of rock. I eventually want to use the oil. I just need to make sure that if I build something semi-permanent, it's not blocking it. So that's right here. Yeah, I have enough. I think I have enough. If I build it further down here, it'll be fine. So let's go. Oop. I'm going to need to clear out some of these trees. It's all nighttime, so yay. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'll get big lights and everything later. I mean, assuming it's not in one of the mods I removed earlier, but I'll put some lights down for us, and it'll be easier to see soon. Very soon. Okay, is that good? I think that's good. I think the only thing different about this is that I am going to run the coal in from a different direction. Which only means that we need to run our ore from that direction. And later on, I also have mods that allow for increased speed on pretty much everything. Mining speed, robot speed, you name it. You know, things get a lot faster later on. So, you know, early game's always kind of slow to get started. I'm going to keep saying that when I feel like I'm waiting. I'm impatient when it comes to this game. I want to get things done. I want to get them done efficiently. I want to get them done in an organized manner. And it looks like I need to make a few... Yeah, a few of those. Okay. Gotta wait on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear out these trees so that way I can run some coal up. Well, I don't have splitters yet, so I can't split coal up on another belt. Okay. There's that. Let's see how we're going to do this. I'm only going to put 2 drills here. Because I'm not really looking to be crazy with my copper production just yet. I thought I had 2. Apparently I only have 1. How am I doing? I'm gonna make a couple more. Alright, so let's run this over this way. Oh, there's oil right there, I just saw that. Well, we'll be able to move this belt at a later time. It's not a permanent structure. Well, nothing really is permanent in this game, but once you get stuff laid down and kind of organized and laid out, you don't want to go moving it around too much. Unless you do, and that's a different story. Oh, I guess my bots are charging. Yep, it was nighttime, so yeah, my battery is all out and everything. So I guess I just put these down manually. Nothing wrong with that. So we have this going to the iron. Waiting on bots to charge. Oh man. Alright guys, well I think I'm going to call it an episode. I got my copper plates started. I've got my iron plates started. So from here, I need to continue working towards getting that red science. I realize it's probably going to take a little bit longer than I anticipated to get red science, but that is our goal, and we're going to continue working on that. So guys, I'm hoping you're enjoying this. Like I said before, if there's anything you guys like about this, let me know. If there's things you don't like, or if there's anything that you would like to see done, or if there's any suggestions you have as far as the way I do things, or any improvements you'd like to suggest, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm always open to hear suggestions and hear what you guys have to say. So as always, thanks for watching. Take care.